The Parable of the Mustard Seed. Jesus told them another story. The kingdom of heaven is like what happens when a farmer plants a mustard seed in a field. Although it is the smallest of all seeds, it grows larger than any plant and becomes a tree. Birds even come and nest on its branches. Here is a man. He's a builder, and he loves building. He has a friend who is a farmer. One day he's digging a hole, because remember, digging is his favourite job, and he thinks. He thinks that he would like to grow something like his friend the farmer does. So off he goes to the farmer and asks him for a seed. The farmer gives him a seed for a tree. It doesn't look very much. In fact, the seed is so tiny, it just sits in the palm of his hand. But the builder is keen. He really wants to grow a tree. So he puts the seed in the hole he has dug and carefully covers it with soil. Then he goes to get a watering can and even more carefully waters it. After that he sprays it with something because he's seen the farmer do that. Then he goes back home to wait for it to grow. The next day he goes to look at his tree. There's nothing there. Nothing has happened. Perhaps he did something wrong, so he digs it up. Remember, digging is his favourite job. And he looks at it. The seed is still the same, just a tiny seed on his hand. Perhaps he buried it too deep. He makes a smaller hole and pops it in. After carefully watering and spraying it again, he goes off, confident that next day he will have a huge tree. The next day, when he comes back, nothing. There's no sign of the tree. He thinks, perhaps the hens have eaten the seed, so he digs it up again to check. Remember, digging is his favourite job. They haven't. Silly old tree, he thinks, putting it back and walking away. I'm glad I'm not a farmer. And off he goes back to building houses. Meanwhile, the seed is starting to sprout. And later, years later, long after the builder's house has been knocked down, and without the help of the builder or the farmer, it is a huge tree that even birds nest in. God's kingdom is like that seed. It is very quietly growing in us, and other people, and one day all the world will see that Jesus is King.